video, I'm going to do my Patreon exclusive postcard art for the month. There were 2 must-vote themes, and instead of just choosing one that I thought it would be more interesting or more easier for me to draw, I thought it would be an interesting challenge for me to try and mix both of the themes into one and do something for those, mostly because the original idea I had for both themes was so much different from what I ended up doing while mixing them, so it was really a challenge to do. I originally had filmed the sketching process for this art and how I came to the idea and how I created the characters, but I had some trouble with the files and it ended up lost and corrupted, and I couldn't really show that part after what I had already because I couldn't just start over since it was already done. But I will be doing a better job on that next time so I can make a better process for you to draw along. The original themes were Tea Party and Philo Weather Friends, and so it became a very special tea party with Fido friends. And originally Fido is the cloud that you would see in the very first start of the video, and if you have seen other videos of me, you have seen him already and heard some of his backstory also. But since he can't control rain and thunder as his weather powers, some suggested that it would be very interesting to see what other weather friends he would have. And so I decided that to do 3 different weather creatures that would be his new friends, and ended up creating a tornado that can control tornadoes, Ice Cup that controls snow, and Odif that controls the fog. noticed that Fido is not really in this particular in this particular art piece. And that's because I usually do my rewards as one art print, stickers, and a smaller art print of like a Fido parody of the theme. And that is the reason why I didn't want to include him into the art, because I felt it would be a bit too much of him if I did so. Because I had already done the sticker designs that you can also see as my little color references, it was a bit more easier to get the character's characteristics into the art itself, because I had already some experience on how they were and what silly character traits I had already given them, that it made the whole illustration a bit more enjoyable to be doing. Even though I was slightly nervous about being actually filming it, the whole process, and somehow I feared I would ruin it and had to start all over again if I couldn't undo my mistake or fix it somehow. Usually, when we think of tea parties, they come into these fancy looking things, nice food, and such interesting cups and plate designs. So, with incorporating our little three friends into such fancy idea, I could only make them having some havoc. And because of that, we have in the illustration a little Arif, angry at this whole situation, since his first tea party was going so much different from what he had planned. Silly Bernardo creating chaos and leaving everything in shambles after getting so excited to be in this party with his friends. And lastly, we have the poor little Iska using all his strength to hold into the teacup to prevent himself from flying off along with the honey tea.